Traders, all right, this is not clickbait. You read it right. Today, we're going to be discussing the perfect Forex strategy. All right, guys, this is going to be an exciting one, folks. Welcome back to the Top Trader channel. Head trader Cleveland Bishop here. I really wanted to dive deep on this subject of what we consider to be the perfect Forex strategy. Don't worry, all right, for all of my people who hate, maybe the semantics of, there is no holy grail, there is no such thing as a perfect strategy. Just relax, all right? I want you to listen out to what we have to say here, because we do believe that for certain traders, there's a strategy type, all right, that if you implement is the best strategy for you, all right? Best strategy for where you are, what the current market conditions are in the market at the moment as well, and your current lifestyle, okay? So look, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe, and if you end up liking this video, like the video for your boy. I very much appreciate it. All right, so firstly, I always like to talk about the idea of a strategy, okay? A strategy is any, of course, strategic process that you implement specifically in this market to accomplish some goal, right? So the goal that you're obviously trying to accomplish is to have an advantage, right? Is to have an advantage over the other market participants because you are exposing some type of edge in markets, all right? The analogy I always use is that if there's a basketball player who's 6'5" versus another guy who's 5'9", immediately you know what his edge is, right? It's his height, right? So we're not gonna be talking about edge here. We are gonna be talking about the strategy part. And if anybody knows what the difference is between an edge and a strategy, you'll know it's very distinct, okay? An edge is the actual statistical advantage that you have in that particular moment. The strategy is the process and the framework that you implemented to see and discover that edge. All right, I'm also some B-roll here. We're always having different workshops and different presentations here and at our office, and all the time we have hundreds of traders coming in with strategy development, trader development, money management plans, and on occasion you can fit most traders in a particular box. And this is that perfect strategy framework that I want you guys to listen to. Okay, so the first part, when you're trying to rationalize your perfect strategy, is very simple. We're not going to be diving into the charts yet. Okay, it's not about what's happening in the markets. Before you start trying to figure out what your strategy should be from a technical or fundamental standpoint, we have to pull back a little bit and try to rationalize what is your current lifestyle. Okay, so as you guys know, there are day trading strategies, there's swing trading strategies, and there's investment strategies. That's the first place that we always go. So if you're a mom with 4 kids, okay, and you work a 9 to 5, you definitely should not be implementing a day trading strategy. That is not going to be a strategy that works well for you. You are not going to be able to fully commit and be the best day trader you can be. So you have to ask yourself, maybe you want to day trade, but if you're trying to trade the London session in some scenario and you're having a hard time staying up, or you're not fully committed and zero in and in flow during that current session, then 100% you're not going to be able to execute at the highest level. And you guys know this market is full of experts, full of professionals. You have to be able to give it your all through those current moments, okay? So again, if you have a busy schedule, no day trading. Swing trading is usually where we like to pull people over to, all right? And that's just because so many individuals can sit back, okay, try to rationalize what's happening in markets and then walk away. All right, there's a certain schedule that we can fit to where literally maybe 15 minutes out of the day, maybe about 4 times, so twice in the morning, maybe 1 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening, basically 15-minute increments throughout your day. You can come take a look at charts, see what's happening in markets, and get up. Sometimes even less if your time horizon and how large of the position you're looking for is, depending on how big that position is you're looking for to play out. Sometimes you can come to the markets and come to the charts maybe twice a day. Okay, so again, first we have to try to rationalize what is your current lifestyle. Now that's just the timing part, right? That's the commitment part you can do. The second part on lifestyle when it comes to developing your perfect trading strategy, okay, is the amount of capital you have. If there's a guy pulling out his 401k and wants to start trading with $140,000, he's going to be trading a little bit different than the kid with a refund check who has $3 grand. Okay, so again, they should be trading methodically, very different. Their strategy should really not look the same because one individual may have a little bit more compounding that he needs to do, while the older gentleman that I'm talking about, he maybe can start to do more things related to income. Okay, he can be a little bit more consistent, way less risk. Okay, he doesn't have to take on throughout the month While again, this college kid, $3,000, it's not enough money to really be effective, okay? He has to trade that capital up. All right, so again, from a money management standpoint, and even from that will reflect, by the way, how you implement your trades, how you size into your positions, how you manage the money around your positions, that deals with strategy, okay? So we have time. How much time can you commit? What's your schedule like? All right, how much capital are you starting with? All right, of course, in a sense, experience level. Again, if you're new, you probably shouldn't even be trying to rationalize a strategy at first. You should probably be really doubling down on the learning and really working with maybe some type of mentor or just going through some type of program where you can truly understand how markets work. Then you can start moving over into strategy. All right, but I would say first, definitely guys, when you're trying to implement a good strategy, what is your schedule? All right, and how much capital are you starting with? That's gonna pivot what you're gonna end up doing. Okay, so secondly, there's a next phase of this outside of lifestyle that I wanna talk to you guys about, and it's your overall risk management. Okay, some folks, again, if you have a risk management ideology where you're a little bit more risk adverse, then you're never going to be able to do certain things that other traders are able to do in markets. Okay, and that's not a bad thing. So I know that sounded pretty vague, but think about it. Okay, so if you're just organically throughout your entire life not very risk adverse, but you want to trade in Forex markets, then you're going to have to implement a strategy that keeps you a little bit more safe. All right, you have guys coming over from poker and blackjack who are stepping over in FX markets. These guys want larger returns, 10, 15, 20% returns a month, a quarter, whatever it is. Methodically, how they trade is a little bit different. So there's a scale that we like to use, and there's the scale is actually in the bio. Click the first link in the bio, guys, and you can kind of get an idea of where you are risk adverse wise and how much you should be making per month based on your risk adversity. That's the first step when it comes to really actually sitting down and saying, okay, what's my money management infrastructure? You shouldn't even be talking about risk reward ratios or how much money you want to, how many pips you want to smash a month, or how much profits you want a month, until you get an overall idea of how risky am I as a person. Okay, that's part of the strategy development. All right, and so what you guys are going to get to realize, all right, and this is just 5% of it, this video here of like really what we do when it comes to trader development. You'll realize the strategy, the part where you're looking at the charts, that's the last part. Okay, and it's not the most important part. The framework and the infrastructure that you build around all of that is going to be the most important stuff when it comes to really truly trying to master this game. Okay, so money management, where are you in terms of risk adversity? Extremely important. Okay, and so pulling back one more step, all right, really one of the last things we like to look for when it comes to implementing a good strategy in markets is market conditions. All right, and this is where we do start to talk about, all right, what is actually happening in the actual FX markets. Okay, so if we're in a trending market, what type of methodology can you implement to get in that style market? Okay, so I want to have two screenshots right here. Okay, here's a trending market A, here's trending market B. Both of these markets are moving to the upside, but look how different they are in terms of their infrastructure. One has a massive amount of retracements that you guys can see circled here, right? And the other one is just really momentous with very little sellers coming in at those highs. Okay, not a lot of sellers there. The markets are just trending straight to the upside. If you say, oh, I'm a trend trader, what type of trend trader? Because the trend trader that exists in this market and the trend trader that exists in this market, they're going to be trading two completely different strategies. Okay, so if you're a pullback trader in this market, guys, you're not going to be effective because there are no pullbacks, right? And here, if you're a breakout trader in this market, you got it's a little bit dangerous, right? Because the breakouts, they're a little bit more shallow and you have these huge retracements. Okay, so the market's trending to the upside, but you just got to be a little bit more careful as to how you get in markets from a breakout methodology with that particular trending market. So what is the infrastructure at which you're trying to execute? All right, is it trending markets? What type of trending markets? Is it a range-based trading strategy you're trying to implement? Do you want to play the pullbacks? Okay, are you doing anything mean reversion related? We do mean reversion. We think that pullback trading and mean reversion trading is the best form of trading if you're just now getting into the game. All right, so we like folks who are swing traders. Okay, so boom, no day traders. We're creating that infrastructure, right? So swing traders first. Then we like to know you have a decent amount of capital so you can be effective. If you have $1,000 or $2,000, then yeah, it's gonna be hard for you to see any real results, right? So we will want you to allocate a little bit more capital before you actually started to even get into the game But before then, maybe you can start on simulation. All right, so we want you to have a decent amount of capital. We want you to be a swing trader, okay? Also, when it comes to risk aversion, it sounds nice to be this person who's like out of a scale, and make sure you guys take that test down below. It's gonna be really important for you. But let's say you're on the high end of risk adversity, where again, you're very, very timid and you don't really like to get in and be too exposed, then maybe, you know, the way we execute is not for you. And then if you're on the other end of the spectrum where you just like to double down and go all in because you want these massive win to loss ratios, then yeah, again, we're not for you. We usually like to see folks right there in the middle there, okay? And so then once you get an idea of where you want to be money management wise, now we're going into the actual strategic process as to how we're going to be executing here in markets, which again, pullback style strategies for us, we think are the most advantageous for a beginner trader or even advanced traders. Some of the best traders in history, okay, are pullback traders. All right, you have Paul Tudor Jones. He was a trend trader, but on many occasions, especially in 1987, that was when he made a name for himself, when he shorted the market, all right, okay, during the crash, all right? And then you have the guys who did the big short, again, pullbacks, right? So all the times where people see these overinflated assets, overinflated euro, overinflated pound, George Soros, pullback trader, okay? These guys were the ones that capitalized on all the greed that came into markets. So we believe, again, pullback trading is the easiest opportunity to spot, the easiest edge to spot, opportunity edge, same thing, okay? And it's the easiest way that you can start to grow your portfolio methodically and safe, all right? So this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to building out that perfect strategy, it's not just hopping in there and saying immediately, okay, this is the perfect strategy. It deals with, candlestick patterns, and it deals with, this specific time frame. It's not about that. The perfect strategy is going to be the one based on you, okay? Based on your current life experience, based on your trading experience, based on how much capital you're starting off with. And it's an actual process. It's a developmental process that you have to go through. And if you don't, then you're not gonna ever have that perfect strategy. I've been implementing the same strategy for the past 6 years, okay? I went to finance, studied finance at university, learned how to manage money at some pretty big portfolio management companies. And guess what? Those guys were implementing pullback strategies. I haven't deviated even the slightest, okay? If it works, why change it up? If you see somebody changing strategies or coming out with a new strategy, I'll give you the metaphor that my mentor always told me. A trader with new strategy is a shitty trader, okay? Because it hasn't been tested, no one's ever used it. That's not what we want, all right? We want something that we can repeatedly use and that we have known to be tested, and we want to know that the big dogs, okay, the guys that you can look up to in this industry, have used as well, all right? And that, again, for us, is that pullback system. And we do give an idea as to how we implement our pullback system. It's just inside of the academy. That's where we go through the entire process of what we're talking about in the B-roll that you guys saw just a second ago, okay? So I really want to know what you guys think on this one, all right? And if you guys thought this was just a bunch of bullshit, let me know. But I do believe that if you implement basically your life into your trading, that is how you can start to formulate the strategy that's going to be like amazing for you. And you will see so much more results than trying to force something that isn't centered around your methodology, your thought process, so on and so forth, right? I could go forever on this stuff, okay? Because I'm really serious and I really want you guys to be successful here, but it's gonna require you to really give it some thought and not just hop into some effing forum and try to figure out what other people are doing and you implementing it. Okay, that's silly. Okay, figure out who you are, figure out what you bring to the table right now and build your strategy around that. And as you develop, you will change. Okay, that kid earlier that we were talking about that has the $3,000, eventually when his account scales to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, we've seen this time and time again, his strategy is gonna change, okay? But you're never gonna see that scale, folks, all right, if you don't start off with where you are right now, okay? So guys, let us know your thoughts, comment down below. Do you think, I wanna know what you think your perfect Forex strategy is, all right? If we go via those steps there, okay? Let me know what yours are and I would love to give you guys some awesome responses, okay? If you guys are looking to see where you are risk management wise, link's in the bio. If you guys are also looking to hop inside of the academy as well, link is in the bio there also, okay, folks? So trade safe. We're gonna be pushing out some more content a little bit later on this week. Like the video if it helped you out. We'll talk to you very soon.